Stats say that 80% of Gen Zs or millennials have said that a promotion of a brand by their favorite influencer will at least have some sort of an effect on their decision to buy. And according to Business Insider, influencer marketing right now is a $6 billion market and would more likely than double in the next few years. So today, I want to find out how these influencers use various shady tactics to get you to buy whatever it is that they're trying to sell or promote, so you can at least have a better understanding on who to trust and who is just trying to make some money from you. Okay, so first comes the fact that a lot of them won't even tell you the fact that they are promoting a certain product. And according to various sources, 4 out of 5 influencers will never even tell you that they are actually promoting a brand and are getting paid for it. In most cases, there will never be a single call out that something is a paid partnership when they are posting a story on Instagram or like a post on TikTok. And why do you think they do this? Well, it's very simple, because they spent years building and growing their audience and they don't want to come across as a person that just does ads all the time. So instead, they would prefer taking you on their journey, showing you pretty much everything that happens in their life instead. So when they casually take a sip of a drink or try out some new clothing and tell you how amazing it is, with all of the other things they did that day, you are much more likely to check them out and maybe get some for yourself. But what you don't know is that some of these influencers not only get all of these things completely for free, but they will likely get paid 5 and sometimes even 6-figure sums of that money for just a casual post that you just saw. And they know that by not following the FTC guidelines and disclosing that this is a paid sponsorship, they are much more likely to convert into more sales. Because let's be honest, we all have this distrust for paid ads and content. So when you disclose what you're trying to do, in most cases you will get less views, people will click away, and that's not what you want if brand sponsorships is your main source of income. From an influencer's point of view, they want to make as many sales as possible so that the brand will reassign them for more videos and likely pay them more money. Now, according to the FTC guidelines in America, for YouTube videos, you must verbally state your disclosure out loud and include a written version of the endorsement in the video's description. Even in live streams, you must repeatedly disclose verbally and in writing on the screen so that the viewers who are just seeing a part of the stream know about the sponsorship. And for images, you also have to do things like hashtag ad, sponsorship, or paid partnership. And what's the punishment if you're one of those unlucky few that actually get caught out? Well, in 2022, Kim Kardashian was fined $1.2 million for not disclosing her partnership for a crypto project, and it didn't go down so well because she's now banned from ever talking about crypto for the next 3 years. However, these punishments are very rare, with most influencers completely flying under the radar whilst making money in the process. The positive, on the other hand, is the fact that customers are starting to get a lot smarter in noticing what's a paid sponsorship and what isn't, and they're starting to understand what's an ad and what's just a genuine recommendation. Matter of fact, some influencers will actually go out of their way to say exact opposite and say that this is not a sponsorship and this is not an ad, which also does help, but that is still quite rare. Now, another way that an influencer will try and trick you into buying a certain product is giving everything a positive review. I mean, think about it. When someone posts a positive review on a product, it will lead to more awareness about the brand, it will help them build a relationship with that brand, and they will automatically be added to their PR list for any upcoming launches or releases. They might even get a lot of free products, and of course, in a lot of cases, this will also lead to more work. And a great example of this is actually NordVPN, a VPN provider who was known in the market to pay well and above the normal rates for influencer marketing. So if a regular brand was charging around $1,000 per post, then they were giving out like $3,000. And loads of influencers knew about this and started to promote NordVPN completely free of charge, hoping that they will get noticed and start getting paid for future videos. So overall, you end up getting a lot of opportunities as an influencer if you pretty much love everything that you use and keep posting positive reviews left, right, and center. And this is even worse when it comes to endorsing various gambling and Forex companies. And given the nature of their business, they are known to pay way higher than all of the other industries out there. And once again, according to various sources, 91% of customers will read online reviews and 84% of them will trust as much as a personal recommendation. And what's even more important is that a customer is prepared to overpay by 31% on a retailer that has excellent reviews. Can you just imagine how important that is for a business? And this is exactly what the influencer will prey on. They will do whatever they can to create this image of them being just like you. They came in from the same humble beginnings. They came from nothing and now look where they are. You can't help but relate and see yourself one day of becoming this person you watch on social media pretty much every single day. So when they provide you with a recommendation, chances are that at the very least you will at least consider it. Maybe it will take you one step closer to achieving what you've wanted for so long. Now, what I will also find is sometimes influencers not only will leave nothing but positive reviews on the brands that they want to work with, but it will also leave a whole bunch of negative reviews with the companies that they don't work with. Why would they do that, you may ask? Well, the reason being is a lot of these partnership agreements have a clause that say you are unable to work with any other brand in the same niche. In other words, you can't promote any of their competitors. So if that's the case, in order to build an even stronger relationship with the brand that you're working with, you may as well say a whole bunch of negative things about their competitors. So for example, I am an Amazon FBA seller and been selling on the platform for almost 7 years. And on top of that, I've also promoted various of their tools that I personally use every single day to manage my business. Now, if I wanted to go a step further and impress Amazon even more, I could start leaving a whole bunch of negative reviews on sites like TikTok, eBay, Etsy, and so on. And what's crazy is that there has actually been quite a few investigations done where brands will actually pay influencers not only to promote them, but they will also request that the influencer will trash the name of their competitors instead. And given it's not exactly a paid ad or a promotion, none of this has to be disclosed. And what sometimes may even happen is that they won't even pay. They will just gift a free holidays, some cool merch, and let them on at various product launches. Now, just a disclaimer, just because someone gives positive reviews all of the time doesn't necessarily mean that they're all fake. Sometimes influencers do that because they enjoy what they're using and they want to share it with the rest of their audience, so hopefully they can find it helpful too. Just keep in mind that whenever someone says that this product is amazing, it's got them great results, or it's what they call life-changing, it might not just be changing their lives after all. In other words, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Now, if you think you're too clever to fall for all of these tricks and marketing gimmicks and you can see right through on who's being genuine and who just wants to make some quick money, then what do you say to all of this lifestyle content that a lot of these influencers will subtly show you? You know, the Lamborghini in front of a nice mansion that has a beautiful beach view. The influencer is wearing a nice Rolex or an AP watch, which a lot of us would take months, if not years, to attempt to buy. Oh, and let's not forget all of the cool dinners and parties that they happen to attend to pretty much every single week. Do you think all of those are real? Chances are it's probably fake too. See, us as viewers and customers just can't help but fixate on buying whatever it is that we see so we can validate ourselves and stay relevant. And I'll be honest, I'm susceptible to that too. It's quite hard to see your favorite influencer living it up in Ibiza or Dubai whilst you're working at an office job every single day. And whatever it is that they are showing or wearing, buying those items will just give you a quick sense of dopamine and make you feel like you're one of them for a minute. Like you're one of the cool kids for a split second. But let me tell you, and I know this from personal experience, nothing is better than financial stability and moving away from always living paycheck to paycheck. No amount of watches, cars, or houses will ever replace the feeling of going to the shop and buying the groceries that you want without looking at the price tag, or being able to help out your friends and family when they really need it. This is by far more satisfying than anything you see on social media these days. However, trouble is, none of that stuff really does well on Instagram, so we see it quite rarely. And also because most of us follow influencers every single day and we check up on them all the time, it seems like every single one of them is living a life near to enough impossible for us to achieve. And having been on social media scene for a minute, let me tell you something. A lot of these people you and I follow will go broke trying to portray the image of luxury to you and me, hoping that they will get seen by a big famous brand that will give them the next six-figure deal and save the day. In other words, give them money so that they can maintain their facade a little longer. And that, my friends, is a very, very stressful life to live. I personally, without naming names, will just give you a quick story on how far some of these influencers will go to appear much wealthier than they actually are. See, a couple of my influencer friends, or more like associates, once every 3 months will get together, buy their economy plane tickets to Dubai. Now, usually there are around 5 or 6 of them going at a time. But instead of actually staying in a 5-star luxury resort that you see, they will actually stay in a nearby place just outside of Dubai called Sharjah. And let's just say Sharjah as of right now is nowhere near as glamorous as Dubai, and very few influencers will ever want to be seen staying in an Airbnb there. And once they land, they will get settled and all 6 of them will pool their money together and rent out a big fancy car. It can either be like a Bentley or a McLaren or like the latest Lambo. In other words, whichever car according to their analytics gets the most amount of views and followers. Now, instead of renting that car for like a week or a day, they will rent it out by the hour, because that's how far their funds are going to stretch. And during that hour, all 6 of them will take turns 10 minutes each to try and film as many stories and make as many reels as they can. They will literally do whatever they can to fill as many pictures on their phone as possible, so then they have a lot of content to post over the upcoming days and weeks, essentially trying to show you how amazing they are and how terrible your life is as a brokey in the process. Just to get more content out, they will do extensive photo shoots near various landmarks in the city or wherever they think they will go viral without costing them too much money in the process. And I don't know about you, but I think that's where the saying "fake it till you make it" takes a whole new level. Now, if you want to learn more about how to build your social media properly and ethically monetize from your audience, I will make sure to leave a link on my website. Check it out and make sure to give us a call. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.